Hey, it's Sandy. Welcome back to Cute Polish. Today, Julie will be trying out these huge dotting tools that we found on Amazon. She'll be doing a review for you guys, plus be showing you some cool nail art designs that you can create by using them.
Hey, it's Julie. Now let's jump right on into the video. So when I first got these jumbo dotting tools, they came in a little plastic baggie and they weren't labeled for size, and some of the sizes are actually very similar, but I'm going to show you each one. There are 4 of them. One side is moderately smaller and the other side is much bigger. They are also much heavier than a regular size dotting tool because they are bigger, but they do have a nice silicone handle, so they're easy to grip. Here's a size comparison of my largest dotting tool that I have on the right and the smallest one that came in this set, and here's that same dotting tool compared to the biggest size. As you can see, there's a pretty big size difference. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what each one dots like, and I just dotted this on with some black polish. I didn't move it around that much because I wanted you to see what it would be like used as a dotting tool with the normal dotting motion. One thing I noticed is that when I was picking up polish with the larger dotting tools, because it was such a large surface area, I really couldn't take advantage of how large it was and pick the polish up evenly. The largest size also required quite a bit of polish to actually cover the full surface. Okay, so now let's try these out. First, I'm going to apply base coat as usual to protect my natural nails from staining. For the first design, I'm using this bright sunshine yellow and I'm applying 2 coats of that and letting it fully dry. For the design, I'm starting with the second size dotting tool and I'm using the smallest end of that and an array of colors to create some dots going across my nail horizontally. I experimented with the pressure for this dotting tool to see if you could control the size based on the pressure, and you totally can. Then I'm going to use the other side, which is much larger, and I'm going to create a half circle moon shape, but because that is so big, it did get all over my skin, but you're easily able to clean that up with a little bit of nail polish remover on a cleanup brush. I finished with a layer of top coat to seal in the design and add a beautiful shine, and that's it. I was really impressed with how well that big dotting tool created that half circle shape. Moving along to the next design, I'll be starting with black polish and once again applying 2 coats of that and letting it totally dry. For this design, I'll be creating a gradient dotticure with a few different colors, and I'm starting with the largest dotting tool size first. I'm still not using the biggest dotting tool yet. I think this was the second to biggest one, and then I'm slowly moving down to smaller size dotting tools to create those smaller dots, but I will get around to using the biggest one. Just wait. The key to a good looking dotticure gradient design is to make sure to overlap the different sizes and the different colors. And once I had all the colors on, I actually went back with my first pink shade and went over some of the original circles just to add some more depth. Finish with top coat, and that's it. For the next design, I wanted to try something a little more abstract. For this, I'm starting with this pretty turquoise shade. I applied 2 coats and I let it dry. Next, I'm using one of the smaller dotting tools and white polish, and I'm creating a line of dots ascending up, and the size is going to get smaller as it goes up as well. Next, I applied some different colored dots on the other parts of my nails, and I tried to keep this as random as possible. And then I brought in some different sized black dots and I overlapped those on some of the dots, and I think this is just a really cool, fun, abstract look, and I think it would look great in a lot of different colors. Next up, I'm starting with a baby pink polish, and I'm applying 2 coats of that as always and letting it totally dry. For this design, I'm using the second to largest dotting tool, and I'm using a creamy white shade, and I'm doing that same technique that I did on my pinky, where I put a color over the moon of my nail, and then I cleaned up the excess off my finger. Then I grabbed one of the smaller dotting tools and created some scalloped petals in a yellow polish around that to sort of create a funky flower. I don't know. I've never been the best at creating dotticures, but these larger size dotting tools definitely do help a little. And for the last design, I'll be using a base color of white polish. And for the design, I'm going to be bringing in the big boy. This is the largest dotting tool, and I'm using it to create the largest petals for this flower design. And it's pretty hard. Like I said in the beginning, it's hard to get an even amount of polish on it, and I kind of had to use a really light pressure just to get these 3 petals. Then I'm going to use a little bit of a smaller one because that one was so hard to control, to create more layers of petals and a yellow center. And then around that yellow center, I used one of the smallest dotting tools to create a ring of black dots. Although that largest dotting tool is really cool, I also found it to be pretty top heavy. So not only was the polish not picking up evenly, it was also kind of hard to use it because it kept wanting to fall over or tip in different directions because of its weight. Overall though, I think these are really cool and there's endless ways to use them. You can just really get creative. Don't forget to click this circle to subscribe to Cute Polish for a new video every week, and check out these boxes here for more videos. And if you'd like to check out my personal nail channel, you can click on the circle here. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.